For over a decade, Bitcoin's been the punching bag of the climate movement. It uses too much energy, it's destroying our planet. But what if everything you've heard is wrong? In ESG studies, scope 1 emission of a company means direct greenhouse gas emissions that occur from sources that are owned and controlled by the company. Now, most Bitcoin miners don't emit scope 1 emissions. Actually, Bitcoin mining uses just 0.5% of global electricity. That's probably less energy than the total electricity used to dry clothes on this planet. In fact, mining gold uses more than 50% more energy than Bitcoin. And gold is pretty much useless compared to Bitcoin. I mean, you would have expected much more given the years of criticism Bitcoin has received due to its energy consumption, but it seems like reality is far from the truth. Bitcoin miners are not just cleaning their shit, but ours too. And by the end of this video, it'll turn out that Bitcoin miners are some of the most energy efficient species on this planet, trying to convert every wasted energy into the internet of money. Bitcoin miners are constantly seeking more efficient and sustainable ways to generate electricity, not necessarily because they aim to protect the environment, but because it makes economic sense. See, mining Bitcoin is highly competitive. It requires specialized ASIC computers, but these computers can be purchased and set up anywhere in the world. And the block reward for mining Bitcoin is also the same no matter the location. So the key to a Bitcoin miner's profitability lies in finding the cheapest electricity source. In fact, electricity cost is the biggest ongoing expense for Bitcoin miners. As a result, Bitcoin mining groups often locate these operations where surplus or low-cost energy is available. But more on that later. Renewable energy sources like hydro, wind, and solar often produce varying amount of power depending on the time of the day or seasons. Power plants must size their capacity to meet regular demand, but during peak production periods, they generate excess energy that many times nobody is prepared to buy. In some cases, the excess energy is so problematic that these renewable energy plants might even pay their customers to take it. This is where Bitcoin miners come in. They serve as buyers of the last resort for surplus electricity. Because Bitcoin mining can be turned on or off quickly, miners can ramp up or down their consumption to match the plant's excess supply. The miners benefit from low-cost energy while the power plants gain an additional revenue stream that helps them remain profitable. By purchasing these underused power, Bitcoin miners effectively support and incentivize renewable energy development. They help sustain a country's electricity grid and increase the economic viability of hydro, wind, and solar projects. What do you think of this? Genius, right? Another way Bitcoin mining advances ESG goals is by finding innovative uses for heat generated by mining computers. Think about the traditional way of heating buildings, pools, and other facilities. You use electricity or natural gas directly to produce the heat. That can be pretty inefficient if you can mine some Bitcoins in between actually. So some Bitcoin miners come up with a clever idea. Why not use the same electricity to mine Bitcoin first and then channel the heat produced by those mining computers to warm the building and pools? Some companies like Mint Green are doing exactly this with their digital boilers, which replaces traditional heating systems. And I haven't even started on the most interesting way Bitcoin mining reduces greenhouse gas emissions. So methane is about 80 times more potent than carbon dioxide when it comes to trapping heat in our atmosphere. That's why in places like oil rigs, landfills, and coal mines, methane is usually burnt off in a process called gas flaring instead of being released directly into the air, because that's even more harmful. And that's where Bitcoin miners come in. Companies like Crusoe Energy built modular data centers that can capture energy from these flared gas and convert it into electricity on site to power Bitcoin mining rigs. So instead of just burning methane for nothing, they are actually putting it to work, generating both electricity and profit. I mean, it's a clever solution. Not only does this reduce harmful methane emissions, but it also creates a financial incentive to keep doing it. These are just some of the ways Bitcoin miners end up being so energy efficient. And it's not because they are all environmentalists, but because they have to be competitive. All thanks to Bitcoin's economic model. which incentivizes anyone to use resources like computers and electricity available worldwide to give out the same monetary reward no matter where or who you are. Bitcoin miners have no choice but to hunt down the cheapest energy source. While Bitcoin still has a lot to prove if it's ever going to become the world's reserve currency, the sustainability and environmental benefits of mining Bitcoin are already visible. So should we encourage Bitcoin mining to fight climate change? Let me know in the comment section below. In fact, I feel like Bitcoin mining should be one of the solutions provided by ESG consultants to businesses. If regulations were not so strict, I'm sure that would happen more often. But that's all for this video. Thanks a lot for watching and see you guys in the next one.